But I love that.
You
See, when you figure out about these Dark Souls and From Software games, that every single one of them has an area that's so hidden that the game almost doesn't want you to find it. I just love trying to find them. Well, hello there, viewers. This is an episode of Gaming with Bloodborne. Dougie's there.
I'm here. Always was.
Yeah, and forever that shall remain. Where are we?
We're in the Nightmare Frontier for some reason. How did we get here?
Well, I mean, it's quite complicated at this point, story-wise. We need to kind of delve into it a wee bit here, but I believe that we didn't interrupt a ritual, but we found some weird ritual happening with guys with cages on their heads, and we touched one of them, and then suddenly we got teleported to a different dimension of Bergenworth, and then from there we arrived here.
Oh, technically, you're technically wrong, and I hate to say it. Yeah, but you're half right.
The best kind of wrong.
we did do all those things you said. However, to get to the Nightmare Frontier, we actually... maybe I'm wrong. So I know there's two ways to get here, technically. You touched that amygdala, grabbed you, and took you to the first floor of the school.
That was it.
Now, however, and you get here from that door, can I remember if you went through that door the first time, or if you did the Mensa thing to the second floor and went downstairs and then did the door? No, I cannot.
Well, all that we really need to know is that we're here now, and the heartbreaking thing is that right here we would find a bell ringer that we've already killed, and I actually thought they would be back because we've turned the PlayStation off and then loaded it back up. But you told me that this is kind of PvP heaven, and I've been jonesing for some PvP, Dukes. Jonesing.
Well, it was back in the day. However, I didn't get thingied once.
Okay.
I was doing that playthrough.
And that was recently, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a few weeks ago now, but yep.
Yeah.
I'm not sure it's as alive and well as it once was.
Well, there is actually, have you seen this? There's those things like Return to Lordran, Return to Yarnum, the community kind of revisiting of this and to repopulate the game for a month of the year. I don't know that it's happening right now or anything, but there is community events called Return to Yarnum in Bloodborne, and I actually couldn't tell you if they're still happening. Just a wee side note, it was that guy who killed us the last time, you'll remember, Clear Deep Sea, a rune. So I'm going to kill him right now because he flung a big rock at us, and I really don't like that.
In a bad fashion. Rocks are bad.
Rocks are
like
bad. Yeah, famously the enemy of scissors.
Yeah, and and the axe is kind of like, the soldier's scissors.
Well, that's what they say, and if they don't say that, then they will now.
Let's get in the comments and prove they're wrong.
Yeah, exactly. We're jonesing for some PvP, or I am anyway. Have you done much PvP in this?
No, not at all. It was just too hard because parries are so... I don't want to say easy, but they're so much easier than previous Souls games. It meant that other players were really good at them as well, which, made for a bad time. Can you stop for a minute? Oh, you were going to do it anyway.
Certainly will stop and run away from this guy. So even though, look, I'm not in line of sight, my frenzy meter is going apeshit.
Yeah, that's bullshit. It might, you'll just... Oh.
Okay. Do you think I've aggroed that ugly doll brain person?
I doubt it.
Right, okay. Right, so should I check that rune? That's what I was going to say, but...
Deep Sea, I think we've got one already.
Oh, we do.
So it's just a better version.
So it is. Slow poison resistance. That would actually be reasonably handy on here. Okay, so what's the play for that? Oh no, you were going to say something.
But you can hear them as well. See, you always know they're coming because you can hear them singing a wee song. But see what you see in the distance there? You know the castle? Look to your left a little bit.
The boats?
Fog.
Is that a boat?
Do you know where they're from? They're masts. Boat masts.
Right.
Do you know where they're from?
So, I know a little bit about the DLC. So is this from the town in the DLC? Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which suggests all these different, they call them like nightmares, and it always feels like they're like some kind of parallel universe, but actually it feels like they're more like just on top of each other. So we're currently above the world in which it's the hunter's nightmare. What you'll learn. The best thing to do with these guys is one hit, dodge, one hit.
That was pretty cool how you said that as a improved it, but yeah, I'll remember that. Okay, so it's always, if you run up to them, they'll always try that grab move, is that correct?
Yes, and so there's a pro gamer move that I've never been able to pull off. Right? So,
hello.
See that grab? It can be parried, right? See if you parry it and then do a visceral. If your frenzy meter fills while you're doing that, it won't take care of, because you've got invincibility frames, so it won't do your health.
Oh,
it's ridiculously hard to time.
Yeah, that's tight. Yeah. That's like pixel perfect.
Aye.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, I know very little about the end of this game. But yeah, sure. Yeah, usually that's my policy with holes. But at the end of this game, I believe, or sorry, not at the end, at the DLC, it actually gives you an insight into how. You keep me right here, I don't know this, it's just a question, but it gives you an insight into how the Great Ones first actually arrived on the scene. Is that correct?
Well, yeah, well, I think that's one way you could look at it. I'm not sure if what we discover is the first one, or just one of.
Right.
I actually felt
the most important one, almost.
Well, yeah, certainly. I always felt it kind of gave the idea that maybe Great Ones are way more common. We originally thought, it's fallen
Damn,
down.
right. Okay, now we're in a swamp. I think this is salvageable though, isn't it? I really don't like the look of that big guy there, so I'm just going to try and body swerve all of them.
Yeah.
Is that cool with you?
Oh yeah, listen, it's your playthrough.
Yeah.
What to do is, don't be fooled by going straight forward here.
Okay.
There's a place you would like to, as in there.
So
you want to go explore a bit more.
So I do feel as if I've missed a wee bit of the swamp back there.
Oh, you definitely have.
Right, so should I go back to the swamp?
Well, why don't you do this little side bit first?
So where am I going, up here? No,
back. Then keep to your, no quite left, go up and left kind of thing, if you know what I mean.
Right.
Like
here?
No, back way.
Yeah.
It's if you're trying to head up, but then kind of keep to your left while finding routes going up.
At the left of this?
Nope.
Turn up here?
Up, yeah.
Right.
Head, try and go as up as you can.
Oh, up there. Right, okay. God's sake. Right, gotcha.
Directions are hard, man.
They are, yeah. I was making the L's with my thumbs to get my left and right there.
You'd actually, like, I've known folk that still have to do that.
Oh, really? I mean, that's fair enough. I think that's like maybe a... Oh, hello there.
It's one of these weird ones that, like, if you've just never, like, when you were younger, see if you just never cared about what was left and right, then it becomes hard to remember things. Whereas, like, I'll constantly, my daughter, feels I've got a daughter, in case you haven't watched any Final Fantasy, and I'm speaking to my daughter, I'll constantly ask her for, like, our left foot when I'm putting her socks on or something, just to make sure she remembers her left and right. Yeah, because I guess, like, if nobody does that, it could be quite easy just to get to an adult and you've just never...
100%. Yeah. I agree with that. There's one thing that I did weirdly. Now, this seems primitive, right? But in primary school, it's not that I struggled with numbers, but I came up with like a wee hack, and I sat and memorised all of the combinations that add up to 10. Like 1 and 9, 2 and 8, 7 and 3, 4 and 6, 5 and 5. And, you know, it seems really primitive now, but it's one of those wee hacks that just kind of help out in, like, primary school sums. You know.
Do you know, Americans' primary school is kind of like your, I guess, elementary maybe?
School, I think, yeah.
Something that also sounds primitive, but do you know the best way you learn your timetables, man? Like, so you get kids now that can't like really struggle with like your 7 times tables or 8 times tables. It's the fucking fear of your primary teacher picking a random person at the start of the lesson and go, right, Dougie, do your 4 times tables right now. And if you don't know them, you're getting screamed at. That fear had me in my room at night time, fucking going round my timetables, doing my alphabets, because I was so scared about getting
There you go.
And made to look a fool.
See, that's why you nailed it. Like, it's one of those things you need to put on a show for the other people, because not that, like, in my school you would get laughed at if you didn't know your times tables, but, you know, in some places it's like, haha, Dougie doesn't know his 4 times table, and the other students would also laugh at you. Right.
You know what I know, viewers? Do you want to know a trick with the 9 times tables? Go back if I can remember this, right? See whatever number, right? Guffy, do this for you. Put your controller down, right? Sorry, viewers. This is really important.
Yeah.
Right. Pick a number between 1 and 10, Guffy.
2.
Right. See with your 2 hands right in front of your face. Put your second finger down.
Yeah.
Right. What's the number on the left of your finger that's down?
2.
No. So see if you ignore the finger that's down, how many fingers are to the left?
Right, sorry, I'm maybe doing second finger on guitar. You mean my index finger?
Aye, like the second finger along.
Right, okay, sorry. 1.
And then how many numbers of fingers are to the right of it?
3.
Oh no, in total.
Oh,
your
4.
2 hands are up.
Or my
Your
2 hands are up. So this is a boss fight, is it?
The answer was 8, because it's 18, but yes.
Right, cool. Right, well, that's good intel.
That works for every finger, by the way, viewers. So go and check out, let me know how you get on. Do you know what also has 8 fingers, this thing?
What thing?
Maybe.
Oh, shit. Okay. Damn.
Right,
Okay.
so we've got the... Oh, fuck. Amygdala.
But I've never fought this in my life.
Really?
Nah.
Right. There's that annoying trick where his legs are impervious, basically, but his arms are not.
Oh, okay.
And his head also is not, but that's quite hard to hit.
It's good intel. So what's an arm and what's a leg? Oh, all of those things are arms.
Aye, it's kind of the same way we decide, because we stand on our legs and we do not stand on our arms.
Oh.
That's another life hack for you viewers. See if you're in primary school, no sure. Just think of that small bit of advice.
Yeah, I'll be clicking that this video is made for kids.
See,
Is that a stag?
some folk are checking the L on their fingers for left, and some folk are checking for standing on things.
Checking for 9 times tables is...
Aye, well, listen. Any number between 1 and 10 viewers. I know it's the easiest one, right, but it's still a little bit different.
Is there ever any way in this to make blood vials heal more?
Maybe a rune. I can't say I'm too sure on that, actually. It is percentage based, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So technically every time you level vitality, you are increasing the health amount. Oh,
Can I get it? Yeah, here we go. I really don't know what I'm doing here.
There isn't a huge amount to this fight, if I'm being honest.
Really, is this not famous for being a very hard one?
Nah. He does a cool thing here where he rips his own arms off and starts hitting you with them.
Oh. Are they still damageable?
I don't know, it looked like you were damaging them.
Oh, that was lucky.
Aye, he's kind of weird fight where he's a good fight. Like, I think he's a kind of fun fight to do, but doesn't he have many moves that will kill you in like one hit or anything? No, I think normally this one's quite bad.
Yeah, I bet.
If you get hit back.
I bet.
Staying close to him generally helps, and as long as you don't get flattened.
Yeah, flattened. Generally a bad idea.
Yeah.
I think I'm okay here, maybe.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I'm damaging the weapon hand so much.
Maybe not. Nah. I think he might. Is this one? No, I thought this one's the one where he might fall and hits it. Oh, but that's. Ah, there we go.
No, I'm not doing much damage to these weapons.
No.
Just need to swing my axe and hope for the best at this point, I think.
Aye.
Vomiting on me. Oh shit. Oh no!
Oh dear. To be fair though, he did vomit on you, that'd be a lot of fuck off.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just... I'm just disappointed in myself, really.
There was one moment where I think he lost it there, was where he did his head bash attack. And then his head was right there for the hitting, but you kept hitting his weapon arm instead.
Aye.
And I think because of the way with the amount of health he ended up having left, he probably would have died.
Ah, okay. Where is the lift?
Then
Down there?
Aye.
Yeah, cool. Oh, that's a pretty easy boss run.
Aye, it's really, really quite nice.
Quite generous.
Yeah.
So story implications of this boss. What are they?
It's a weird one, right, where there doesn't seem to be very much info about these other than they are great ones. Or at very least, this one's a great one and it's got loads of kids, maybe. It's unclear.
Is it like a minor great one, or like is there kind of tiers of great one?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to say. Like, it seems like the tiers, the ones that I find is like you've got like Rom is a great one, but feels like a kind of fake great one because it was like created. This one feels natural, but it feels a bit more like space alien version.
Yeah, a little bit.
But the one thing that does make it seem really like important is they seem to be the only things that can teleport you between dimensions, maybe, because we get caught by one of these to come here in the first place, and then you get caught by one of them to get to the DLC version as well.
Okay.
So they do seem to have some sort of like teleportation between realm properties.
Right.
But other than that, I don't know if you get a huge amount. We'll check descriptions of it when we get.
Stamina management, Guffbaw, come on. Oh. Oops.
This thing's definitely made. This enemy was created to upset people that have that phobia. Seen that thing where it's like a really large proportion of people in the world have a phobia of like things with holes in it.
Oh yeah, what's that called again?
I can never remember. The phobia's always so fucking stupidly named, man.
I know.
I've seen the one that's like a phobia of like long words, and it's like the longest fucking word ever.
Yeah. Have you seen that one that's real? That's a fear
of
duck? Yeah, a duck watching you.
Somewhere, somehow, a duck is watching you.
Yeah, people actually like suffer from this affliction.
Like, it's funny how they can manifest. I was watching television, and it was all about this like psychologist on trying to like heal people of their phobias. And this person was deadly afraid of bananas.
Oh yeah.
And they had to do a pure like deep dive into their past and all that. And it turns out the reason is because wedgies in the supermarket ones, our mom, when she was a kid, our mom picked up some bananas and then had an absolute like freak out in the middle of the supermarket, and she's been scared ever since. So they got them all on the phone, and it turns out there was a fucking tarantula in the bucket of bananas.
Oh right, Christ.
So like, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe that. Maybe that caused a spider phobia instead, which I think's fair. I'd be very scared.
Pretty fair.
If a tarantula was in my bananas, man. Do you remember? That just also reminded me when we were kind of teenagers. Was there no thing going about where a thing going about that the folk were finding bananas that spiders were coming out of them?
Yeah, I know.
And I was deadly scared to open a banana for ages, and I love bananas.
That's right, you do love bananas.
They're nature's candy bars.
Is that it?
Nice.
Yes. Thank you, bananas.
As long as you don't, I mean, they heal everything. They heal your like shitiness. They heal my feeling sick at all times. Honestly,
sure do. Yeah. So, tell you a story
about
Dougie and bananas in a minute.
A chalice that breaks a labyrinth seal. Loran is a tragic land that was devoured by the sands. The tragedy that struck this ailing land of Loran is said to have its roots in the scourge of the beasts. Some have made the dreaded extrapolation that Yarnum may be next.
Okay, you don't really hear too much about other realms.
So it does turn out that Yarnum wasn't the first place that this happened. It did happen elsewhere, and it's just like moving its way along. It's also quite scary. It's like kind of like, if we go into real life things, sorry if yours getting controversial, but like when you would hear about like COVID in a different country, and you just hear about it, Oh, and it's infected in our place. Oh, and now it's in our place. And next thing you know, it's in your place too.
Yeah.
Scary.
It's a little bit, yeah. Okay, let's see if we can level up.
Yeah, the one bad thing about that place is that was totally optional for us. There was no need to come there other than just going there and fighting a boss. And all you get is a chalice dungeon thing.
Yeah, I know. Well, for completionists, we'll just do it. But now we move on to a supremely more interesting part of the game, because we're gonna go and visit Cainhurst Castle, one of Dougie's favourite areas. And while we're there, in fact, we need to go to. Don't we need to go? We need to go this one, maybe. I think we go to Hemwick Charnel Lane. Yeah.
Nah, Witch's Abode.
Witch's Abode, yeah, okay, fair enough. So I did promise you a story about Dougie and bananas. Now, keep me right here, but didn't you signed yourself up to run a 10k while being disastrously
unfit and unprepared?
Yeah, unprepared to run a 10k, and it nearly killed you.
Yes,
and so there's a photo of you somewhere with like a fucking like a bib on with a number on it, like looking like as white as a ghost, basically. Yeah, on the ground. And then apparently you told me that you ate a single banana and then you felt so good that you just couldn't believe it. And did you not go out and get pished that night?
So I was really worried. So it was me and Mike. We went to, and it was he was, he's into his running, and he was like desperate for somebody to go with him because it was in Edinburgh. He didn't drive at the time. I think it was Edinburgh. So I drove to this place, did this, whatever it was. It might have been a 7k. It was one of those, it might have been a weird one.
7k?
Which not even as bad. It was still, I know, it was weird. Edinburgh, man, fuck it. Just a wee bit of Glasgow part of Edinburgh, don't worry. Oh, cutscene. I'll let this play out first. Know that anything really happens.
Oh fuck. Just go in it, surely. Yeah. Right.
But yeah, this is a really good, a proper horror scene where you've got in a carriage, and for no reason at all, they make it look like a big monster's hiding in a bush watching you. That doesn't mean anything for us, that's got no relevance at all. But you get in this carriage, these decrepit horses, no driver.
Oh yeah.
You go away into the fog, and the wee reveal when you get to the next area is very cool.
Yeah. Keep in mind, this optional area is so optional that we had to go back a few episodes to Yusefka's clinic and then go to this place that you could just so easily miss this.
Aye, the one thing is, when you go to Yusefka's and you get the invitation that I'm not sure if we read, it actually specifically says to the thing will come from Hemwick Charnel Lane. So it gives you.
Yeah, we did read it. Yeah. We read it. Yeah.
Such a cool, aesthetic area.
Yeah. But I love that. See, when you figure out about these Dark Souls and From Software games, that every single one of them has an area that's so hidden that the game almost doesn't want you to find it. I just love trying to find them.
Yeah.
There we go.
Here is the forsaken Cainhurst Castle, and if you look behind you, the horses that got you here have seemingly been dead for a very long time.
Oh shit.
The carriage is sitting there.
And it's covered in icicles.
And there's no road.
And there's no road. What in the fuck? But you can kind of see Yarnum, that's the great cathedral there. And earlier we were in Bergenworth and I spotted this and pointed it out. But yeah, there's the whole world basically. Yeah, okay. So Cainhurst Castle's kind of on par with the Painted World and Dark Souls.
Yeah, very, very similar, especially because they're both snowy.
Yep, and in Dark Souls 3 and its concept of missing things, the dragon realm, what's it called, that place?
Yeah. And you know, I've only ever played that game once and I've never watched anybody play it either, so I genuinely cannot remember.
Me too.
Dragon something. Yeah. Dragon keeps...
Yeah.
They're good.
Yeah. But Elden Ring has a couple of areas, well, I mean, I say a couple, it's literally riddled with areas that you could just never find. Look at this.
So we're in the snow in this kind of almost Hogwarts-esque area. Very good. and some of the hardest enemies.
Oh,
in the
really?
fucking game.
Oh, for God's
By
sake.
the way. I don't think I have killed them before, but I'd never do it. I just run past all of these guys.
Okay.
Until I get inside the castle because they're so bad.
Oh, God,
Back
look
to
at
my
them.
banana story. Look at the state of them.
Yeah,
Back to my banana
bananas.
story though. So I run this 7k or 10k and we're doing really badly. My pal was like, he actually runs, he's got good stamina. He promised that he would keep at my speed, and man, like half the time I'm having to walk and then jog. Old like ladies that look more unfit than me were like doing better pace than me. I was like, fuck, I can't get beat with some of these people. I'm too old. So I was like let's keep on track, and I pushed through it. And there was actually a guy, one of those like radio presenters, I don't know who it was, but he was like on the microphone and he's like giving folk a good, like
Motivation
on the
and stuff.
starter, aye, as you get to the end, and he just looks one look at me and you can just hear him picture himself as I get past the line and I just collapse in a heap on the floor. Yeah. And you get to the end, they gave you a wee medal, but they also give you a wee bag of things and add a banana in it. But I'm telling you, see, when I got up and we're walking towards the car, I was like white material. For yours, that means almost being sick. And genuinely, I was like, I don't know if I can drive. Like, I
were you driving as well?
I drove
Yeah,
this.
I didn't know that part.
I was just feeling so morbid. I was like, I genuinely don't think I can drive. I'll be sick. And I can't even, like, my hands were shaking and all that. And then I took one bite of this banana and just instantly felt better.
Yeah.
But do you not remember there was a time in your house? I think we'd have been drinking or something in the house. And I'd obviously taken a bit of farm. Aye. And I was... yes, very much so. Feels no money about it. So I was feeling really sick. I was like, I don't know if I can keep going. I'm gonna die. I think I feel really bad. And you would remember this story about me feeling better with this banana. And you went, I've got bananas to this. And then, did I know just perk up instantly?
No, you didn't even eat the banana. You just looked at the banana.
Was it not me telling the story? Like, I started telling you the story about the 7k,
yeah.
and by the time I'd finished this story, I was feeling better.
Yeah, because you knew that there was a banana nearby. You hadn't even consumed it, and it just
I'm telling you,
yeah.
Viewers, there's some kind of magical property, and it's not just a potassium.
Yeah.
I'm glad that story maybe made you look past the fact that I said these enemies were really hard and you just absolutely spanked one straight away with no trouble at all.
Well, it's not, I wouldn't say no trouble.
Hard.
I mean, they're not... I've not even got into the fucking castle yet, and
Well, these guys are harder. There's literally no a single thing in this game, in this area, except maybe the boss that's harder than these guys,
really?
In my opinion. These are the bad boys. Yeah, I've no even more trouble with this one, thankfully.
Yeah, the axe is so... I mean, I'm loving the axe. See, once I've got the tempo down for the axe, it's just so flexible. Oh, shit!
It's got, see when it's extended, so your jumping R2 gets a lot of distance.
Yeah, okay.
When it's longified.
Let me try it. Yeah, totally, because you jump and then you do a vertical rather than a horizontal. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, well, I mean, I don't really want to sit and fight all these guys, do I?
No, there's too many. Look at this state of this.
Right, I'm just
and these guys are bloodsuckers, and look at the difference between the one on the left and the one in the middle.
Oh shit, okay. Aye, he's done it.
Aye. They're like fucking monster, what are those things called that get on you?
Parasites.
Well, those do.
Leeches.
Or they get in you. No, well, similar to ticks.
Ticks.
You know how, like, they connect to you and then they suck as fucking as much blood as they can, and then they don't let go until they're full?
Yeah.
These guys remind me of them.
Yeah, they're just ugly. I think I missed the door opening there, dramatic moment, but I'm getting chased. I'm going to check out what Numbing Mist does, because it's given us so much of it that I imagine it's going to be pretty useful.
No, really. So,
right, okay.
Numbing Mist stops people healing, so it's really good against Amelia, because she heals in that fight sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, it's probably more of a PvP thing.
Right, cool.
We get into this lovely,
very
chamber.
lovely.
It's super, decorative.
Yeah,
loads
regal.
of statues everywhere. Yeah. You've got someone's crying somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got these wee, disgusting candle cleaners.
Yeah. Put them out of their misery, maybe? Oh shit, look at you.
And when you get too close, you get these, like, ghostly
God.
wraiths.
No, I don't like that. Look at that. That sent a shiver up my spine.
Aye. Spooky ghosts, but they're actually not that bad once you can stun lock them pretty well.
Yeah, okay.
It's only if they get the drop on you, but they're generally fine.
Ooh. You get the cold again?
It's a really bad cough, man.
Reiter Spalash.
Either Reiter Palash or something. I've never really know how to say that word. And I wish the blood stat or weapons were better, because I've never managed to get much use out of these things. A weapon by the Knights of Cainhurst combines an elegant knight sword with a peculiar firearm wielded by the Cainhurst Order. The old nobles, long-time imbibers of blood, are no strangers to the sanguine plague. Disposal of beasts was a discreet task left to their servants, or knights, as they were called for the sake of appearances.
So Cainhurst is its own island, but it has some of the same practices. So they imbibe blood. Maybe we've kind of had a little conversation about Cainhurst maybe having its own flavour of blood, but they've got their own hunters, but they're branded as knights. So Cainhurst isn't part of the Yarnum Empire kingdom, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of its own little order into itself. Is that fair to say?
And these are what we've talked to Alfred. Is it Alfred? About vile bloods, and this is who he was talking about.
Ah, right.
And it's because of the type of blood that they took. So we're going to learn at some point that these people, in a similar fashion to what the church actually did, there's a lot of parallels. They took a great one from like the depths in the chalice dungeon essentially, and then got some blood from a great one or something. We've been talking about how they discovered the great one's secret, and it seems that they're using the blood of one, and that's what started their healing church. The vile bloods, so the Cainhurst people, took something else's blood from the depths, which is a big. I think it is like a big secret until later.
Okay.
You find out, but like someone that if we do the chalice dungeons, we will meet. No, we've met this, and we're actually going to meet this person, but you never really know anything about them until you do the chalice stuff.
Okay, right, cool. So, and no wonder it would be called the Vile Bloods, because they would presumably, like, it would be called the Vile Blood, but presumably the people of Cainhurst wouldn't call it the Vile Blood. That's just their blood, but the Yarnum people think it's disgusting. In the same way that, like, if you like Coke, you'd maybe think people who like Pepsi are disgusting.
Or vice versa, but I mean, when you look outside and see what's happened to them, they're obviously having their own kind of beast scourge thing on their own, and they do make more disgusting ones, to be fair.
That's true, yeah. So maybe there's something to be said that Yarnum just looked at this and said, see that blood? Don't have that, because at least the beasts that we have are just normal beasts rather than blood-sucking spider, parasite, leech ticks.
Exactly. You might wonder why.
Dougie starting a story with misdirection there.
Why this area is full of like ghosts? Do you know?
Yeah, I don't know, no.
Well, do you remember what Alfred said about his like leader?
Master Logarius.
Well, he came to Cainhurst and seemingly never came back. And I think what you're supposed to surmise from that is that he came with his big legion of troops and just decimated this castle. Like, came in and killed everybody.
Right.
And then that's why they've kind of coming back as ghosts, I think. So they're basically haunting this.
Cool. Let's just check out the noble dress, why not? Could have done this in a much more efficient manner, but there we go.
Finely tailored Bordeaux dress, worn. Jink, does that mean France exists?
I do. Yeah, okay. That's canon.
Sure. Worn by the nobles of the old bloodline that traces back to the forsaken castle Cainhurst. And does it look familiar to you?
It does. I think that person that we're friends with is wearing it. Correct?
Yeah, so there's a lot of weird links that I have to admit I never fully get, like, what the point of some of the things are, where there's a few characters that we meet that we learn that have connections to Cainhurst, but then doesn't really seem to have much of a, like, nothing really happens for that. It's just, yep, they're for Cainhurst, and it's like, I don't really know why that matters. But yeah, the woman that, well, it kind of matters with her a wee bit more than the next person, but the woman that we have been taking blood from in our bit, that's not doing very well.
What's her name
Since
again?
Rom died. Oh, there's too many names.
Yeah,
Ariana?
no. Ariana, I think that's right, yep.
Yes. She wears the same dress, and actually later on we're going to get something that actually specifically says she is actually either from Cainhurst, but it's more likely just has, like, in blood. Like, she was never in Cainhurst potentially, but maybe her ma or grandma or someone was.
Right, okay, so she's of the bloodline.
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
Which, you know, may explain something that happens to her.
Ah, yeah. Oh, a chunk. Yeah, I could do with a chunk. Yeah, look at this place, man. It's just the sound. Sorry, that was my next point. My brain kind of jumped ahead of itself there. But see, just the level design in this game, in these games from Software, they're just so purposeful. You don't need a map. You just tread the path, and you just need to figure it out. That adds to the suspense. But man, I just love, like, there's no loading screens. They actually built this, you know.
Yeah. Oh, I guess it was a loading screen. Yeah, like, there's not a loading screen within the area.
No.
I suppose there is to get here.
Yeah, sure.
I know, but you can see it.
And that's only one. Like, in, for example, Dark Souls, you get to the top of, like, the Duke's Archives. This is probably going to be quite bad.
No, you'll be fine.
Okay.
It won't be great.
No, it's not great.
Never great.
No.
Well, yeah.
But I was going to mention the sound design as well of this game. Like, see, just the atmosphere, the visceral squelching whenever you hit something, and just the ambience. I think the people laughing, the people crying, the people screaming. It's just all so fucking good. It's just such a well put together game, isn't it?
Yeah, I do think that Bloodborne has the best sound design.
Yeah.
Of them all.
Yeah.
Just because, like, it's funny as well, one of the words that they put in this game is a word that can only be, it's the only word you can use to describe certain things, and it's visceral. It's got such a good visceral feel. Anytime you hit something, it feels hit, you know, and it's, even just see that noise you get when you load the game?
Yeah.
You come back with a lamp.
Yeah.
It's not that noise at all.
Even the effects. Yep, I know what you mean. Yeah. I don't trust you, dicks.
No.
Come on then.
Take that.
Whee.
Oh, nice. Make that R2.
Yeah. Executioner stuff. Okay. Are they going to come back up? They can't fly up here.
No, they are. They'll do it.
Right, okay, good. Okay, this will be cool. Let's see. This could be a Fashion Souls
I believe.
moment. Oh, is it? Right, okay.
I think so. Attire worn by the band of executioners commanded by the martyr Ligarius later became the basis for all church attire with its heavy draping of holy shawl. As the great Ligarius once said, acts of goodness are not always wise, and acts of evil are not always foolish. But regardless, we shall always strive to be good.
Interesting quote.
Yeah, it gives you a wee sense of
what he's
who
like.
These people are and what they're, they could potentially be getting up to.
I think it's just the second paragraph there that's different.
The brass rivets are unique to the executioners and reflect their adoration of hand-to-hand combat. And if you see some of the weapons they like to use, that does make a lot of sense.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Okay, let's see it on.
It's always a bit disappointing when there's no hat, isn't there?
Wee bit.
It's just...
Leaves you open to customization, I suppose.
Sure. Top hat?
Top hat, yeah, maybe. Yeah, because we can't have this stupid thing on. Why don't we take it off? Let's see Colin's face for a second. Been a while. God, get a hat back on.
Aye.
So one thing is, I understand that there is a choice to be made in Allegiance here. So, have you put any thought into that? Like, we actually do have an order that we can choose to be a part of or not.
I've only ever done one option, and I've never even considered doing the other option. if that makes any sense to you right now. Yep. I always side with the Cainhursts.
You always side with the Cainhursts. Okay, right. Well, why don't we wear the executioner's garb regardless for now? Because I like it. It's quite cool. So it's interesting that these clothes were the basis for all church attire. That's
yes. I mean, Alfred does kind of. He always. It's weird because Alfred talks about, like, I'm sure he's had a line where he's like, he doesn't know all about the healing church, but really probably should. Surely they were pretty connected.
Mm-hmm. I would have thought so.
And that's a very good place to go.
Yeah. Vile Blood Register. Why don't we go in the lift and we'll have a look at that.
It's, I think it's just a PvP thing.
Okay.
So, red letter record of the Vilebloods, loyal to the Covenant of Annalise, Queen of the Vilebloods at Cainhurst Castle. A record of the Vilebloods, bloodlusting hunters who seek blood dregs of their prey, kept throughout the ages. And beyond the New Zealand cannot use it order.
Terms and conditions apply.
So, that's us back to the start.
Cool, right. Yeah, let's just go back up. I'm feeling spicy with my 30,000 souls and my 10 blood vials.
10 blood vials, that's what I was looking at.
Let's just keep going, why not? Nothing really drops blood vials.
No, I know here. What I did.
Oh, something just shot me in the face here.
New mechanic, you've now got Shooty Henderson up here. When he hits you with special arrows or darts or whatever they are, it makes the ghosts go a bit more mental.
Okay. Well, let's do some of this business here. Very nice.
Such a nice moveset.
Really is. Yeah, very flexible.
Aye. Like, I was always a big believer in saw cleaver or nothing before this playthrough, but no. It's become... I think it might be better, only because, so, the normal R1, the saw cleaver, is better.
Mm-hmm.
I think the move set for the axe is just... it just puts it ahead.
Mm-hmm. What gives these tables are in the way of my chest?
I'll let you to think outside the box a wee bit.
Do a jump?
Maybe.
There you go. There we go. Okay, cool.
It's very gamey though when it's like, if you were a real person right now, you would simply stand on top of the table.
Yeah, I agreed. I thought that was going to be a gun, but what is it?
Is it a gun?
Is it?
No.
Oh, there it is. Sorry.
Special pistol used by Cainhurst Knights. The Evelyn uses quicksilver bullets, just as any workshop firearm. But the Cainhurst variant relies more on blood tinge. Lovingly named after a woman, graced with an intricate design, Evelyns were adored by Cainhurst Knights.
Okay. Interesting. Such a cool place.
Yeah. It's just a really nice design, 'cause it's like a really short, separate area with some kind of, there's nothing annoying. There's some nice wee platforming bits coming up as well, and it's just, yeah, real good, and a couple of really nice cool shortcuts as well.
Oh, a ladder.
And what I was about to say there is it's got shortcuts that are quite well, like, telegraphed as well. Kind of like that. You've seen the ladder, and you don't know how to get to it yet, and then when you find it, you're like, oh, I know exactly where that's going.
So kill the candle masturbators to get blood vials. That's good intel.
That's actually a good life lesson.
So I feel like, see, From Software learned quite a lot in the making of Bloodborne. There's quite a lot that after Bloodborne that it felt like there was a lot of Bloodborne influence even in its slower games. And even in Sekiro, they just seemed to speed up a little bit, didn't they? Like in their combat. Even in Dark Souls 3, where it was still pretty slow and deliberate, but there was an edge to it, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
I think that's like, I guess speed is one of the ways in which you can keep it fresh, isn't it? Like if you went back to a really like slow, methodical game, it's hard to, when you've done such good ones, like you've done Dark Souls, you've done Demon Souls, you've done, I guess, folk love Dark Souls too, I personally don't, but it's fine.
Should I fall off here? Sorry.
Yes, but maybe not the way you're thinking. Well, yes, you are, but go to your left first instead of down there.
As in...
Like, drop that way.
Oh,
drop
yeah,
down.
look at that. Hey.
Yeah.
Quicksilver bullets, Diggs.
Did you not like bullets? No. I forgot you don't parry fucking anything.
Down there, then.
Nah. Do you know? I don't know. I've never been doing that. That way scares me.
This way, maybe? Is this a place? Oh, yeah, this is where we knock those gargoyles into oblivion. So, right, okay.
From I've never been great at letting their flying enemies fly.
No.
Do you remember the Anna Londo demon imps?
Yeah, they
could physically fly, but could fall off the edge and die.
Yeah, it's weird. I think Elden Ring kind of nailed a lot of. It was kind of their masterpiece of enemy design. Elden Ring. It's kind of their masterpiece in all regards, isn't it? But Elden Ring was kind of the enemy design. They could fly. I take it. Can I go across there? Where in the world am I? I can go inside, but do I want to?
Oh yeah, I always forget.
I'm here again.
There is things to get in here.
Is this where I was?
Yes, but no, there's a new enemy in here technically.
Oh, is it? Oh yeah, the headless one. Oh fuck.
They're nothing big if you get them first, but they can do... you missed it. They can do an attack that just... Oh, yeah, there we go.
Oh,
it just
God.
Puts you in a wee, like, hula hoop.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever hula hooped?
Do you know sometimes some folk are born with an ability to do something or the ability to improve at something? I believe that I was born with an inability to hula hoop.
What, have you tried?
I tried when I was younger, and I couldn't even get to go. I couldn't get it to go in my body once, man. Like, genuinely, could not work it out. And I was getting really tired even trying.
Really?
So, some folk are made for things, and I know for a fact that I am not.
Like, as in, if you tried and you wouldn't improve. Fair enough.
I don't think I would improve at hula hooping.
So we picked up...
Thankfully, it's no something that MD a fuck about, especially me.
That's true.
But, maybe so.
Also true. Yeah, but, yeah, we picked up a full set there. I'll check it out after we've cleared this room.
So technically not. That's a bit of a psych out. Well, not really, but it's not what you think it is.
Well, that sucks.
The candle master better hit you.
I know. Fucking dick. Give me my blood vials. Oh, I've used a blood vial. Right. So what was
Double whammy. It was an executioner's glove.
But we picked up the knight set. Didn't you see that while we were talking about hula hooping?
Oh, apologies. Yes. I was too busy with my hula hoops. Attire of the Knights of Cainhurst, a regal piece, graced by intricate goldwork. The Cainhurst way is a mix of nostalgia and bombast. They take great pride even in the blood-stained corpses of beasts they leave behind, confident that they will stand as examples of decadent art.
Nope. Yep. Same and same. So, Cainhurst kind of liked the whole nobility and fanfare and, you know, romanticism of fighting. Look at this.
Could you go into your consumable items, please?
Sure can.
And stop, executioner's glove, so it's actually an item.
Oh, okay.
One of the secret treasures hidden in Cainhurst, the gloves of an executioner from a faraway land. Passed from executioner father to executioner son, these gloves can be used to summon wrathful spirits of the past by smearing them with blood. It is said that the nobles found immeasurable delight in the dances of these vengeful spectres.
So there is a kind of mastery over ghosts that they found, like, there is something to do with ghosts, seeing as there is actually ghosts running around here and we're killing them again. Where do ghosts go when they die? That's a question, but, okay, so what is that? How can we use that?
See if you go to the item, I imagine it's blood tinge related, I would guess.
Okay. Yep. Arcane.
Oh no, it's arcane, sorry. See, arcane seems way better than blood tinge, because all the cool things seem to be arcane.
For sure.
All the other kind of vaguely shitty things are blood tinge.
Cool.
There's a really good blood tinge weapon in the DLC, but it's like, the problem with the DLC, there's some really cool weapons. but you're so far into the game that you've already got the weapon you want and you've already upgraded it, and it's a bit of a pain in the arse to upgrade them and then get used to the moveset.
See, yeah, we might try some of them just for showcasing purposes, but
It definitely should.
it's going to be tough to get the axe out of Dodge here. Take it, go in here or go up there?
Yeah,
or...
go in there. Go in there first.
Oh well, really?
Oh, but actually, it's just an item. No, I was thinking that was the way forward.
Rune.
Ambush.
Oh fuck! Hello. I can never trust in Bloodborne how, like, it looks as if they've got no health, but sometimes they've got a sliver of health. So I need to get into the habit of just hitting people one more time than I actually think I should be.
Especially because you might get some health back if you've been hit.
Yeah, true. True.
So, you pull this level.
Oh, good case.
And this opens up, and
that's
where the ladder
that's
was.
where the ladder
Which is
is.
such a clever
Yeah, look at that.
shortcut, I think.
That's fucking intricate, man.
Aye.
Look at that. And then we're back up to almost where we were, yeah?
No, I think this is a new area now, but the shortcut is that you can get back here if you die.
Oh yeah, we were on the lower level. Know that I feel as if we've done everything on the lower level, but let's keep going. This place is just full of chests. Warm blood gemstone. Is that for upgrading weapons?
Yeah, it will be. Nothing really particular.
Well, okay. Fuck that.
Lore-wise, enemy.
It's a shame the executioner set was so short-lived, but we're looking good in the night.
This is good. Aye. There's a really good set you get for beating this place as well. Expensive, but it's only expensive. Well, it's expensive in money, but it can be paid for in gum.
Yeah, I mean, money has little relevance in a playthrough that's utilising the gum dungeon. 2 chunks, take it. I actually have the capacity to probably level something up quite a lot. Just having a wee look down at the lower level, because I really don't feel as if I was very exhaustive down there, but it looks like it's okay.
I think you do have most things. I think, although you might not feel you've been very thorough, there's no a huge amount of like
There's an item.
secret bits. Oh, you might have missed that though.
Right, you'll go down there and that's fucking bullets.
Aye.
Should we just ignore that? Or go down and get it? It would be so easy to just go down and get it. Why don't we just go and get
I
it?
guess if you're on that bit anyway.
Should I? Can you jump that? Yeah, okay, let's go.
Yes, you can. Oh, it might just be a wee dead guy, so it might be some blood vials.
Aw.
Oh no, it looks like an actual corpse.
Fucking bullets.
Got you.
Okay, but I think we just went straight out that window and didn't explore over here, so why don't we just go and do that? Maybe we did, but, you know.
Aye, I think you did.
This place is full of goodies. Oh,
Maybe not,
maybe
this
not.
guy's still here. Fair enough.
And then we go down there and we can climb up the ladder. Cool.
Yes.
Excellent stuff. Yeah, see, listen to the just ambient crying and stuff like that. Now, this isn't like, I wouldn't class this as outright horror, it's just kind of uncomfortable horror and, like, ambient horror, isn't it?
Aye, a wee bit of like the psychological where you can hear something but you don't know where it's coming from.
Yeah, totally. And which is kind of very Lovecraftian, isn't it? It's not outright horror, it's just horror that the more you think about it, it becomes horrific.
Mm-hmm.
A roof. And look, the footsteps turn into squelching snow.
Yep.
You know? Just little things.
Bit of red eye version.
Nice. One more. Oh.
Well, one more in.
Stamina. Oh,
Whoa.
one of those ones.
Doesn't happen that often in this game actually.
Not so much. It did in Dark Souls 1. That was a massive part of the
that's
difficulty in Dark Souls 1, wasn't it? I wish I could go back and play Dark Souls 1 for the first time. Having not played any of these games, just go and play all of them for the first time.
It's weird to us where we would maybe put it in. I don't know how you feel, but when I think back on it, I think of it as like one of the easier ones, just because the later ones are the ones where they increase like there's very few bosses in the first one that you would consider in the hardest, other than that one, you know what I'm talking about. But there's not many you would consider the hardest. But see, when I like watch people who have maybe played the other ones and are going back to Dark Souls, they find the start of Dark Souls fucking hard.
Yeah, totally.
Like real hard.
Totally.
Ooh. Dormant, prized by the Knights of Cainhurst, resembles a ponytail of silver hair.
And the rest of it's, we've seen it before, but there you go. Take it.
This is what I like about this area, where like there's a lot more platforming, where you're on top of roofs, you're jumping down into other sections. There's bits that you don't really think you should be able to walk on, or that you're going to have to walk on, but you are.
Yeah, it's very
Dark Souls no 1. More routes.
Remember when you first go to Anor Londo and it's just like, where the fuck? Oh, yep.
Oh, my balls.
Yeah.
Oh, my balls, mate. My balls.
Constriction. Yeah. But yeah, Dark Souls. On you?
Oh, sorry. I was just saying, you get to hear like the dead ends, like you can't jump that, can you?
Yeah. I know the language of these games too well to know that even this wee platform you can jump on. But see, when you first played, oh man, like when we first played Dark Souls 1, it was just full of weird whimsy and mystery and just stuff like being able to hit your weapon off of a fucking wall was just like, oh, that's kind of annoying, but also kind of creative, you know. Getting a lot of those Kin Coldblood 10s.
Yeah, you have a lot of souls to pop if you want to.
We're getting to the business end of this area now.
We are.
Old Hunter's Mark.
That's in case you want to go back and spend your 47,000 souls on your 10 head files for what's about to come up.
Oh shit, is it time? Oh, damn.
So this took me on my recent playthrough 3 attempts.
Okay, viewers, we'll stop here. I take it this is the threshold. But guess. Come in and comment. Aye. Give us a guess. With my 10 blood vials, do you think I can do it first time? And if I can't do it first time, how many times is this going to take?
I'm going to say no chance first time.
Really?
No, it's just I don't know. I felt like I get fucking wronged in my first time, and I'll explain what happened when it
inevitably happens. Yeah.
We finally got to the very peak of Cainhurst. There's a bit of misdirection here where you hear about this Ligarius that's came to fight people in Cainhurst, so you might be expecting there to be an NPC of him, or you see him dying, because you think he would be an ally.
But it's Ligarius himself.
Actually, he is up here completely fucked. Well, it's not that he's completely fucked. There's a reason why he's up here, and there's a reason why he wants to kill anybody that's up here.
Okay.
I'll explain that once he's done. For viewers that like to parry, this guy is very parryable.
Is he?
When he's not doing his spells, anytime he swings, easy parries.
I've seen those skulls before in other games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ooh, hello.
It's actually been quite harsh with the spells. Normally when you get up close, you kind of use that by a wee bit. Aye, like that's a stinker.
Yeah, that is a stinker.
It keeps doing to you. And then see that stun lock. Now he gets pissed.
Okay, well I'm fucking pissed. Oh.
Damn. He's more pissed. Now he gets some more.
Oh. He gets that Molotov. Go to
fucking away.
Yeah. Go back to fucking Cathedral Ward.
So, see that sword? That's causing all these other swords to like be homing missiles. You have to destroy them. You see your map, first attempt. I was swinging at it and I couldn't fucking hit it. It was just wasn't going
Oh, it was a bug.
So I don't know. I tried it a couple of times and he was coming, so I eventually just ran to the other side of the map to try and get away. It's quite hard to.
Yep.
It's quite hard to. But see that dive maybe just did?
Yeah.
That's Parry City, man. That's a really good one to parry.
Okay. Right. Now, viewers, if you're still here after an hour-long episode, we do appreciate your watching, but I think we're going to call that an episode of gaming, and we'll tackle Logarius in the second one.
Depending on how Guffy goes, maybe it's going to be a full episode of Logarius.
It might be, and yep, it's just going to have to be that, but what a level, what a game. And yeah, anything you want to ask the viewers, Dougie?
Why do you think Guffy didn't light the lamp at the start of this area?
What lamp?
The lamp right upstairs. What do you think was his main rationale? Is this a speedrun strat? Does it give you some sort of sneaky buff?
Yeah, there we go. It's like happy days.
World's first.
Yep, world's first nay lamp run.
No, it's not. But yeah, could be.
Alright, well, cheerio.
Bye.